This Family Life News podcast is made possible by the support of listeners like you.
Next on the 5 o'clock report.
A free breakfast burrito and coffee, no questions asked.
It doesn't seem right to serve food to paying customers when other people are going hungry.
Devices do not interrupt our day at all.
Did he still answer to his name?
Yeah, he does. And his nickname. We call him Blue, just because his blue eyes, and he responds.
Now, let's go to the newsroom.
Good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Family Life News anchor Sarah Harnish. Help may be on the way for 40 million people that will have a pause in SNAP food benefits starting tomorrow. 2 federal judges just intervened. CBS's Christopher Cruz.
A federal judge in Rhode Island said the program, which costs about $8 billion a month to fund nationally, has to be continued using at least a $5 billion contingency fund, and asked for an update on progress by Monday. A judge in Massachusetts also gave the administration until Monday to say whether it would partially pay for the benefits for November with contingency money or fund them fully with $23 billion in additional funds that almost half the states say can be used.
A little coffee shop in Oregon stepped up to help those losing benefits and inadvertently launched an international fundraising campaign.
Heretic Coffee created the SNAP Breakfast, a free breakfast burrito and coffee, no questions asked.
It doesn't seem right to serve food to paying customers when other people are going hungry.
Owner Josh White says social media fans asked for a way to help cover his costs. The shop has since collected almost $300,000 donated by 10,000 people all over the world.
It is up to all of us to take care of all of us.
That intervention by the judges, though, won't help the nationwide Head Start program, which is impacted as of Monday. 65,000 families enrolled in Head Start, a preschool program for low-income families, won't have classes on Monday.
Some of the kids already knew. We told them, we're not going to see for a little bit.
Stephanie Wallace has been teaching Head Start for 13 years in Wisconsin.
I think families are going to feel like the rug is being yanked out from underneath them.
Still 5 votes shy to reopen the government. CBS's Jason Allen has new details on hurricane recovery efforts to our south in Jamaica.
Nearly 500,000 people in Jamaica still don't have power, and damage to infrastructure has made communications here nearly impossible. We made the 4-hour trek from the island's capital of Kingston to the northern tourist hub of Montego Bay. We passed trees snapped in half, homes torn apart, and saw lines of drivers desperate for fuel.
What are you waiting in line for? Where are you trying to get?
Yes.
Back in the U.S., a potential terror attack has been prevented in Michigan. In a post on X this morning, FBI Director Kash Patel said multiple suspects have been arrested in the Detroit area who were allegedly plotting a violent attack this weekend. Patel added that more details will be forthcoming, and he thanked the men and women of the FBI and law enforcement for, in his words, standing guard 24/7 and crushing our mission to defend the homeland. The U.S. may soon strike military targets in Venezuela. Those targets include military facilities used for drug trafficking. The Trump administration has conducted several strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean in recent weeks. New York students and teachers are 2 months into the bell-to-bell cell phone ban. At Pine Grove Middle School near Syracuse, computer teacher Adrian Turberville tells Spectrum News the phone ban gets an A+.
It is a non-issue. Devices do not interrupt our day at all. I have seen a tremendous impact on learning.
School Resource Officer Mark Zeski.
There's been a lot less disruptions, distractions. The kids are talking more. I see a lot less depressed faces.
Even this student gives the ban a thumbs up as well.
I feel like I've been getting closer with my friends in relationships and everything else because I actually have a chance to talk to them. Earlier, they just were on their phone, scrolling during lunch. And now there's been way less fights because there's no reason to have a fight because you can't even record the fight.
That's New York. A bipartisan bill in the Pennsylvania State Senate would require PA districts to implement bell-to-bell phone bans starting in the 2026-2027 school year. And it is the one day a year we have all been waiting for. The clocks fall back an hour this Sunday to mark the end of daylight saving time. While there is a link between moving the clocks forward and things like heart attacks and traffic accidents, there are fewer issues when it comes to moving them back. Many will get an extra hour of sleep, which can throw off some sleep habits. Still to come on the 5 o'clock report, Election Day, just days away, and a bid for recreational marijuana gets a major boost in Pennsylvania. But weather first.
I'm Kevin Williams, and here is your Family Life regional weather forecast. Tonight, cloudy, brisk winds subsiding a bit overnight. Chilly, there'll be a few more showers around at low temperatures, 30s and low 40s. Tomorrow, variably cloudy with a shower or two around. 2 breaks of sun, still chilly, mid-40s to the low 50s. Clocks back 1 hour Saturday night, Sunday morning, as sunny is the first day back at Eastern Standard Time. Sunday brings clouds, some mixed sun, still cool, high temps, low 50s.
Thank you, Kevin. It is Friday, and that means a check-in with our Capital Connection crew. Michael Gear with PA Family and Jason McGuire with New York Families. We start with an election just 4 days away. Let's listen in.
Michael, I want to start with you. Election Day is drawing nigh. I thought it was interesting. The head of the DNC said that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court retention elections are among the most significant votes that will be cast anywhere in America on Tuesday. Why is this such a big deal in the Keystone State?
It's not surprising that the Democratic National Committee is saying that, especially given how friendly these 3 Pennsylvania Supreme Court justices that are up for retention votes. They've been very friendly to the Democratic cause, with the biggest issue is redistricting. They have gerrymandered districts to give more seats to Democrats in Congress in the past, but also the abortion industry is backing these candidates, these justices, for retention. More than $10 million is reportedly being spent on this election, so you understand why it's getting so much attention.
Yeah, Jason, I'll ask you the same of the New York City mayor's race. Obviously, it only affects those in the Big Apple, but is Zohran Mamdani the face of the Democratic Party going forward? Why do people of faith especially need to be paying attention to what's going on in New York City, and why does it matter so much that even in an off year, we take part on Tuesday and cast a ballot?
Yeah, I'll tell you that should the Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani be elected in the New York City mayoral race, and all indications are that he will at this point, it will have an impact on state policy in Albany. The influence of the mayor's race there will help the rise of democratic socialism in the state capital. So it does have an impact. But, really, even these off-year elections, so-called local races, those are the issues that really hit home. What happens to your town, your village, your local justices, your state Supreme Court, all of those races have a direct impact on your life. And so believers do want to be involved, because if we're not making that choice, someone else will be.
Yeah, if you don't vote, you can't complain. I've always said that. So make sure you take part on Tuesday. Michael, a number of Pennsylvania politicians are standing up in support of the Dads Defending Daughters Act, real similar to the Fairness in Women's Sports Act and what it would accomplish, banning biological boys and girls sports. Why is this legislation necessary in Pennsylvania?
Well, I want to give first a shout out to Representative Clint Owlett from Tioga and Bradford counties, and others, including Jonathan Fritz and Joe Ham, who took part in a press conference this week to advance this legislation to try to get a vote. The House Democrats have been steadfastly against this legislation. You wonder why they are, because it's an 80% issue for the people of Pennsylvania, people nationally, to say that there should be fairness in girls' sports. It is important because, in spite of what the Trump administration has done, the guidance that they're providing, there are still school districts in Pennsylvania that are not towing the line, and we need to put into law the protection for fairness in girls' sports, and also to protect locker room and bathroom privacy.
Yeah. Well, I know it's a long way off yet, Jason, the 2026 gubernatorial race, but there was a poll out recently that I thought was kind of interesting. The Manhattan Institute says Elise Stefanik is now ahead of Kathy Hochul, just a point ahead, 43 to 42%, but similar polls back in the summer had Hochul up big time in this race. You're pretty confident that Stefanik is going to jump in. 4 years ago, we were saying the same thing about Lee Zeldin, that was going to be real close, but Hochul ended up winning that one. Do you think a hypothetical Hochul-Stefanik matchup will be much closer than the one 4 years ago in New York?
I do. I think it's going to be a very close race. If you remember, Representative Zeldin lost that race by about 6 points, and based on some polling we're looking at internally nationally, the Stefanik campaign had them within 5 points, and now this Manhattan Institute has Representative Stefanik up 1 point. If she's beginning from that position, I don't suspect it will be this easy all along the way. It's going to be a tough race.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's a narrowing that is happening here as people are waking up to what's happening in our state.
Yep. Boxing great Mike Tyson was making the rounds, pun intended, Michael, in Harrisburg this week, trying to make Pennsylvania the 25th state to legalize adult use recreational marijuana. Iron Mike, as they call him, says 500,000 jobs could result from pot in Pennsylvania. Why is he so interested in this issue, and could he influence enough lawmakers to make this happen?
Well, first of all, I'll just say that Dan Bartkowiak from our team and some others were up there observing Mike Tyson as he was making the rounds there, meeting and doing selfies with legislators and things. And he was clearly high. He needed to be helped up the stairway and those sorts of things. He has an addiction to marijuana to the tune of about $40,000 a month is what he's using. But in addition to that, he stands to make gobs of money. His company called Tyson 2.0 is set to make about $75 million in marijuana sales in this year alone. So money is behind it. Money is why there are so many lobbyists in Harrisburg pushing for this. It's going to take the people of Pennsylvania, those listening to this, to call their legislators to deliver a knockout blow to this proposal to legalize commercial sale of marijuana.
You can subscribe, listen to, and share Capital Connection and all of Family Life's original podcasts at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or at familylife.org.
Many people end up buying things they can't truly afford by falling for a trap called deferred interest. Hi, I'm Rob West with a Faith and Finance Minute. You've heard the pitch, buy now, no interest for 6 months or even a year. It sounds like a smart way to save money and get what you want today. But here's the danger. With deferred interest plans, if even a small balance remains when the term ends, you'll owe all the back interest, sometimes at rates of 30% or higher. Studies show that up to 40% of people who sign up for these deals end up paying far more than they planned, often shocked at how quickly the costs add up. When you plan ahead, you stay in control of your money and keep your financial decisions aligned with God's wisdom, not debt's demands. Discover the best Christian financial articles, podcasts, and videos by visiting our website, faithfi.com, or by downloading FaithFi, Faith and Finance from your app store.
Coming up on the 5 o'clock report, the dog that went missing for 7 years. A story about waiting after weather.
I'm Kevin Williams, and here is your Family Life regional weather forecast. We're taking the month of October out on a raw, chilly note. The system that's brought some soaking rains over the past couple days is pulling away. Our weekend weather will slowly and marginally improve, but it's certainly not going to be award-winning either. In the meantime, heading out tonight, cloudy, brisk winds subsiding a bit overnight. It will be chilly. There'll be a few more showers around at low temperatures, 30s and low 40s. Tomorrow, variably cloudy with a shower or two around. Your breaks of sun, still chilly. Mid-40s to the low 50s. Of course, we turn those clocks back 1 hour Saturday night, Sunday morning, as Sunday is the first day back at Eastern Standard Time. Sunday brings clouds, some mixed sun, still cool, high temps, low 50s.
Can't wait for that extra hour of sleep. Finally, at 5, a happy ending to a 7-year-long ordeal for a Florida woman and the beloved dog who disappeared during a burglary. Gabrielle Hartley says her dog Luca vanished when crooks broke into her Tampa apartment. She tells Tampa 28 she never gave up hope, and her prayers and patience were recently rewarded when the microchipped Luca turned up in town, battered and bruised, but alive and happy to see her again.
Did he remember you? Did he still answer to his name?
Yeah, he does. And his nickname. We call him Blue, just because his blue eyes, and he responds.
Luca needs some intensive care and will also need months to fully recover, but she says the wait was well worth it.
That one moment when he crawled up on my bed and he's just licking my hand, he's looking at me, and I could tell he feels comfortable and safe. I'm like, oh, this is so worth it.
She says Luca still likes his favorite snacks, strawberries and peanut butter. And that's the world that we live in for Friday, the 31st of October. I'm Sarah Harnish, and this is the 5 o'clock report on Family Life.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.